it's officially Halloween season. So in honor of this spooky time of year, I am going to build the world's biggest pumpkin, along with a massive pumpkin patch, and even a huge redstone-powered pumpkin farm, all in Minecraft Hardcore. So where's a good place to build a giant pumpkin? I mean, I see pumpkins there, and over here, but I think we're gonna need a bigger area than that. Yeah, look at this giant field. Let's get to work. So if I was gonna build the world's biggest pumpkin, I needed to study some inspiration. And every pumpkin really breaks down into 3 parts: the body, the stem, and the carved face. There was no chance of me carving a pumpkin in my studio, so I hope that visual is good enough. But after deforesting all the trees in the area, it was time for us to figure out our pumpkin block palette. And I think the most obvious block here is gonna be pumpkins. They're orange, they're juicy, they're easy to get, so I think it's the perfect one. I mean, they are literally pumpkins. And that is all of them. All right, let's figure this thing out. So I think the middle of the pumpkin can go right here. And judging by the bottom of this pumpkin, I think it'd be best if we built like a giant circle of these like pumpkin grooves. That way, as we build it up, it'll kind of keep that pumpkin-y shape. I don't know about you guys, but I see the vision here. The only problem is I only have like 4 pumpkins left, and we don't have any more pumpkins at the farm anymore. I mean, I would have more if I didn't have the stupid villager trading hall here. They're all so greedy for wanting my pumpkins. Ooh, emeralds. Okay, fine. I forgive you. But we are going to need more pumpkins. So as you can probably expect, we're gonna make a gigantic pumpkin farm. So let's do some testing. So let's just say, for example, our pumpkin's growing here. Now, if I can strategically place a piston like right above the pumpkin, like there, and I then put an observer above where the pumpkin's growing out of, so this is like where the stem's gonna be. And finally, if I just put some redstone here on top, this should crush the pumpkin, giving me infinite pumpkins. Yeah. Okay, sweet. We have our plan. Now I just need to make a really big version of this, which means we're gonna need some redstone materials. And that's a check on the redstone stuff. Now we just gotta grab a whole bunch of pumpkin seeds. And if we're being honest here, the pumpkins are actually growing back pretty fast. But it's too late. I'm already moving on. All you pumpkins smell funny. And jackpot. Now it's just time to build this massive farm, which I think would be really cool if we built it right inside the pumpkin. Because like, what better place could you possibly have? Mr. Pig agrees. So let's start this thing out by building up a couple blocks and then just kind of spacing a little area out. And I think that's probably a good size. Now we're gonna fly back down here and start planting our pumpkins. So we'll go 1, we'll go 2, we'll go 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, no, the things are going away. Wait, how am I supposed to count this? All right, well, I guess we're just gonna wing it. But now it's time for the fun part, which is putting in our redstone for all these guys. So observer on the top, redstone above that, and then pistons, if I could squeeze these right next to it. Boom! Okay, this is actually gonna be really annoying to place these all down. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. This thing actually looks really interesting. Now, I don't think any of our boys were growing yet, so I can't actually see if it's working. Oh, wait, I can. I just saw some pistons move. But judging by the size of our pumpkin build, I may need a slightly bigger farm. So, 3, 2, 1, pumpkin farm expansion. And oh boy, guys, this took me a while, but look at this monstrosity now. I literally planted so many pumpkin seeds and I put in lights so they're gonna grow faster. It's just going to be the perfect farm of all time. Perfect farm of all time. That's English. So I guess now we just go AFK and see what the farm does for us. See you soon. So I sat there and let all the pumpkins collect. But then I realized I don't even have hoppers now. So instead, I had to emerge from my slumber and make some changes to this farm. Like creating a pretty sweet collection system and even reshaping the farm so it's more efficient. All right, look at this farm go now. We are raking in the pumpkins and this farm looks a lot weirder, but it does the trick. Yeah, I totally forgot that I needed to actually put hoppers down, but I'm glad we did. Because now we can continue building our pumpkin and automatically replenish our blocks as we're doing it. Oh, I love science. But okay, starting off with the pumpkin body, we're first gonna raise up and kind of fill in these gaps between our grooves, like... Wrong button. What I meant to say was like this. Then we can raise it up even a little bit more. And if we fly high into the sky, you can kind of see that ripple pumpkin shape really forming. AKA, Farzy is a genius.
No.
So I'm gonna keep carrying this pattern up and see how it looks. And as I place down all these pumpkins, please subscribe and hit the bell. The craziest thing about this is even with my giant farm, we are still running through our pumpkin supply. So come to think of it, I might actually benefit from coming back here every once in a while. Wait, actually, maybe not. I could have sworn there were more pumpkins here. Well, one farm it is. But, oh yeah, you guys can really see the bottom now. I didn't even see it from up here yet. That looks really good. All right, sweet. So all we gotta do now is just get more pumpkins and place more pumpkins. Seems easy enough to me. And what do you guys think? I mean, it's definitely uneven in some parts, but it is a giant pumpkin. So, like, I did the best I could. But I'll tell you what, overall, it's not bad. Like, it looks really good, and the inside is crazy. Like, look at how sick this looks in here. There's, like, a literal million pumpkins inside of this build. I could personally fund all of Halloween for every house in the world with this thing. But all that being said, I still do feel like it's missing something. You see, if we look at a normal Minecraft pumpkin, it has these dark lines in here to really add some dimension and some texture. And our pumpkin simply does not have that. So I'm thinking if we go get some darker blocks to mix in here, it might make it look a million times better. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So the first and most obvious block I can think of is orange terracotta. Because if I do a little side-by-side comparison, I would say that's pretty close. So let's grab a whole bunch of this, preferably closer to my beacon so I can insta-mine. Oh yeah, that's better. And also as I was flying, this red sand really caught my eye. Because if I grab a little bit of this, I can craft it into red sandstone, which also looks really close to the pumpkin block. It is perfect. Ooh, hello. What is this down here? Little secret mine shaft under the mesa biome? That's cool. Woo, hello there. Oh, where did that just come from? All right, I'm out of here. So we're gonna fly up here, and I think in between these big grooves, like here, we're gonna just sprinkle in some of our little orange terracotta. So like this, maybe? And drip that down this way. And then as we're filling this in, we'll sprinkle in some red sandstone just here and there and see how that looks. I have no idea if this is gonna look good or horrible, but we're gonna find out.
1 hour later.
And are you guys ready for this? Look at how good that shading looks on the pumpkin. You guys are literally twins now. Oh, it's so perfect. That was the exact thing it was missing. I love how this thing comes out now. So I think it's safe to say pumpkin body is complete. But now with the pumpkin body out of the way, it was time for the stem. But as I was planning it out, I couldn't help but notice something. If I am being totally honest, I feel like our pumpkin looks super out of place right now. Like it's supposed to be a Halloween build, but it just looks so basic and bland down here. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to fix this before I continue on. And once again, Mr. Pig agrees. Let's make this area spooky. So when I first think about where pumpkins need to go, my first thought is pumpkin patch. So the first thing I want to do is get a whole bunch of spruce wood so I can make some walls for the pumpkin patch. Gotta keep the mobs out somehow. So how about we just put some poles up like this, then we can strip them and then maybe just put in some slabs like that, just kind of have this go around the whole perimeter. Unless, can mobs still fit through this gap? Are they gonna be smart like that or no? I'm gonna say no. Okay, walls looking good. Now, of course, we're gonna fill this thing up with different kinds of pumpkins. So I kind of want to do like some custom mini versions of that guy. So just go like this and then raise this whole thing up. And let's see if I can turn this thing into an actual pumpkin. And jackpot. It's kind of funny that I didn't even do the big stem yet, but I'm doing the stem for these guys, but these are much easier than that thing. What? Well, bam! That's a cute little pumpkin. But of course, we're also gonna mix in some smaller pumpkins too, so it's not all just giant pumpkins in here. I want to have a nice variety of sizes. Perfect. And now to spice it up even more, we're gonna toss in some leaves for extra bushes. Some of these muddy podzol blocks make it look kind of like soil around the pumpkins. And last but not least, sea pickles. Because believe it or not, these things actually make really good mini pumpkin stems. Even though they are kind kind of a pain to get. Ready, ready, ready? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, this looks so good. But this right here does not look very good. Where are you all coming from? I literally made these walls for a reason. What the heck? Oh. Dude, go away. Not again! Oh, I gotta do something about these mobs. I'm just a mob. Nobody look at me funny. This is not a Halloween costume. I promise you can leave me alone. Okay, this is not working. We need to do something else about these mobs. So I'm gonna do what every other pumpkin patch owner has. An entire army of scarecrows. You see, every Minecraft mob has a fear. For example, skeletons hate dogs, and creepers are terrified of cats. So if we bring a whole bunch of our pets and attach them to the scarecrows, they're actually gonna scare away all the mobs. I think it's gonna be perfect. All right, you guys are all gonna stay here, and I gotta start breeding you so I get a bunch more. Puppies, you can definitely use this, right? Yes. All right, good. Okay, puppy. Hey, come here. No, don't run away. Stay where you're supposed to be. Now for the cats, I think you guys like fish, right? Seafood it is. Come on, fishies. Where are you? Oh, yeah. Bingo. And that takes care of that. And now as we keep breeding these guys, let's go make some scarecrows. Okay, so let's give him a little stump. Then we're going to do some hay bales and then his purple shirt and then his head. And then I think for each scarecrow, they need like long arms like that, how we did before. And then once we have one done, we can take one of you. Oh, no, not that. One of you, just one. Oh, this is becoming a disaster. And these two can go right here. All right, let's test it out. Well, not zombies. Zombies aren't afraid of either of these things, but that's okay. I don't think zombies have any fear besides the sun. Oh, it's my fear though. Baby zombie. Oh, okay, skeleton. Skeleton, come here. Come to my scarecrow and see the dog. And are they running? I really can't tell. Oh yeah, look at them. They're running away. Scarecrow successful. Oh boy, this is a hard episode to record right now. Really, really hard. Hey, why do you have that? Stupid Enderman. Bro, look what he did. He made a hole in the pumpkin. I mean, I'm liking the scarecrows, but jeez. Bro, they're all taking my pumpkins. Every single one of them is a pumpkin. They literally all have pumpkins. And why are there so many mobs in here again? Oh, this is a disaster right now. Maybe I should put some jack-o'-lanterns in so there's less mobs spawning all over the place. That's probably not a bad idea. Unless these guys steal the jack-o'-lanterns too. Bro, these little griefers, they're literally taking all my pumpkins. That creepers are taking out my block. I'm getting rage baited really bad right now. Okay, a long and frustrating time later, I think our pumpkin patch is complete. Woo. Oh man, that was one of the most triggering experiences I've had in Minecraft in a long time. But now with that out of the way, it's time to move on to the giant pumpkin stem. Now, just like what I did for the other pumpkins I just made, I think a green stem is the perfect color. So let's see what we have in our chest system. We might have some green terracotta in here, or maybe not at all. How about some concrete? Still no. Well, we at least have to have some moss in here. Still no. Looks like we got some plans ahead of us. Okay, first off, we gotta go find a lush cave to get our moss. Oh, I see a cave. Come on, show Farzy some greenery. Come on. This might be a dud. Yes, that's not green at all. Ooh, that's kind of green right there. Thank you very much. On we go. Oh, what do I see right there? Wait a second, it's actually massive. Yes. All right, sweet. Let me just take out my hoe and let's get to moss chopping. Oh, yeah. All right, check on the moss. Now we're just gonna fly over here to the desert to get some cacti for green dye. Except I see no cacti. Where's all the cacti, bro? Like, I know it's a desert and it's barren, but this is like too barren. There's only like 3 pieces of cacti in this whole thing. Also, how do you break this fast? Is it not a shear? I'm confused for many reasons. And now for the final ingredient, we're just gonna grab some terracotta to turn green. Oh, as a matter of fact, maybe some dead bushes for the pumpkin patch would look sick too. That's what I call a 2-for-1. All right, it's go time. So first we're gonna fly down here and sprinkle in our new dead bushes, which, oh, by the way, fit in very nicely with the pumpkin patch. Now it's time to build our stem. All right, so how are we gonna do this? Honestly, I don't know, so I'm just gonna wing it. Okay, I have a dilemma now because I don't know, do pumpkin stems like go straight up or do they like curve out? I feel like they curve out, right? They go like to the side. Please don't look stupid. Please don't look stupid. And drum roll, please. How does that look? I actually have no idea if I love it or hate it, but you know what? It's done, so stem complete. And from the inside, excuse me, sir. From the inside, dude, stop! Okay, from the inside, it looks like that. You can't even see it. Okay, what was the point of that? But yeah, stem complete. But now with the pumpkin and the stem complete, all that's left to do is carve out the giant Halloween face. But before we start carving into this thing, I want to get a whole bunch of glowstone so we can turn this thing into a real-life jack-o'-lantern. And if we're gonna get a ton of glowstone, we're gonna need to go to the nether. Which does remind me, last episode, I said if the video got 5,000 likes, I would do a fun challenge that you guys wanted me to do. And since you guys absolutely smashed it, I did see a comment saying to survive in the nether with no totem and no armor. So I guess what better time than now? Let's do this thing. All right, I'm looking for glowstone. Where is the glowstone? I mean, it's all on the roof, I guess. So I guess first things first, let's get some building blocks. And let's carefully start scaffolding our way up to all that precious loot. All right, gentle, gentle. Oh, this is really scary. Now we're just gonna go up a little bit. And okay, we're here. All right. Give these blocks to me. Oh no, we're losing some. Be careful, Farzy. Be careful. And okay, that's good for this part. Probably like 4 or 5 more of those and we'll be all done. Oh no! Oh, make a platform quick! No, 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 no! Oh gosh, no, no, no! No! I'm out of here. Goodbye. Challenge complete. Challenge failed. I don't know, and I don't care. See you later. But that being said, same drill for next time. If this video gets 5,000 likes, I will pick a comment and do a crazy challenge. Like the video. But after a quick visit to my storage system, we finally had enough glowstone to start our pumpkin face. All right, so how do I do this? Well, if we look at a carved pumpkin's face, it's really just eyes and a mouth. So that shouldn't be too hard to replicate. Well, maybe it will be with all the mobs in here. So let's just glide up around here, and I think we can probably start breaking out the mouth in this area. And I think we're just gonna give him like a really big smile. Something kind of like that. Now let's see what we can do with this glowstone. Okay, I love it, and I kind of hate it. I mean, I do like how it looks, but it's a little bit too light. I want it to look a little more dark, like it's actually a carved pumpkin, not just like a giant wall of glowstone. Like something kind of in the middle of these two. I could just layer in some of this tinted glass, because I do have a lot of this. Honestly, why not? Let's give it a try. Yeah, you know what? That actually is kind of perfect. And the best part is, there's actually a ton of light here now, so no more mobs are gonna spawn. Yeah, I approve. Now with the mouth out of the way, all that was left to do was to build the giant eyes and the little cute nose. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is our completed pumpkin. Oh my goodness, this thing came out so good, and yes, it was a major pain today, but it was worth it. Did you just see that? That creeper's name is Broderick. I think Broderick's trying to prank me. Come here, Broderick. I know it's your Halloween costume. You don't scare me one bit. Oh. I guess that wasn't Broderick. Well, alright guys, putting Broderick shenanigans aside, thanks so much for watching, so make sure to like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. So until then, goodbye.